How to flirt well using psychology. There's a really right way to do it, and then there's a really wrong way to do it. Some people who are just naturally really good at flirting, and then there's some people who fail every time. But if you want to be good at flirting, you should follow a few people, and one of them is Sydney Sweeney. Not only is she beautiful, but she knows how to work the room in a way where her body language is just so infectious. So if you ever wanted to learn how to flirt like Sydney Sweeney, then here's some body language cues that you can start using now. Number one is you need to learn how to be super fluid and super light and playful when you're speaking to someone. If you're just constantly curled up or your shoulders are hunched, people are not going to want to talk to you. But if your shoulders are back and you kind of just play with your hair and kind of move in a very like feminine, feline way, people are going to be so drawn to you. And Sydney Sweeney does a really good job at that, to where I think the next video I'll show you guys examples specifically from her, but she'll like throw her head back and then like stand like this, and that's very sexy to some people. Something that you also need to start implementing is eye contact, and look at them as if you're in love, even if you're just kind of dating them or leading them on, I don't know. Eye contact should be super playful, and if you want to kind of keep them on their toes, keep looking at their lips. It's going to send a subconscious and maybe even conscious cue to their mind saying, oh, they want me. Something that Sydney Sweeney also does is she looks at people like through her eyebrows, so the chin is slightly tucked and she looks at people like this. It's a very captivating thing that if you utilize it with body language, people are just going to be kind of mesmerized by you, even if you're not their actual type. The next thing that you want to do is to smell like lavender or pumpkin. It's kind of like specific and kind of odd scents, but these are so captivating to people. There's so many different companies. I love Dossier, so you can try scents from Dossier. I can kind of, you know what? I think next month or maybe later on this month, I'll give you some fragrances from them that could be super flirty. And the next thing that you want to do when speaking with someone when you're flirting with them is if they're kind of catching the vibe that you're into them, they're into you, touch their shoulder or their elbow and touch the back of their back. What am I saying? Their back. You can either touch the top of it or to the bottom of it. Make sure that this person is single, because if they're not, don't try this on them. By touching someone, it shows that you're being flirtatious, and if they allow it, that shows that they're also into you. The next thing that you want to do is keep the conversation really light. Stay away from any really intense, controversial topics the first time you're meeting them, because everything is just about being super playful, getting to know them on like a very surface level playing field. And the last thing that you are going to be implementing today is you're going to use their actual name in the conversation at least 3 times. So use it the first time when you're talking to them, speak some more, allow them to speak, use it in the middle of the conversation, and then use it at the end. Don't do it too much, because sometimes people just get annoyed by it, but if they're into you, there's going to be some endorphins that are released when you're speaking to them when you say their name. Use these psychology tips and tricks and watch your flirting and dating life skyrocket.
All right, flirting hack episode number 4. Okay, this one's a subtle one. This one, if you're afraid of rejection or you're very shy and you want to start flirting very softly, this one might be the one for you. Okay, so very simple. All it is a look. I want you to look at somebody like you know something they don't. Let me get into character. Let me demonstrate. So look at the difference between this, where I'm like in conversation, I'm like, yeah, versus if I pretend like I know something they don't, this is how it plays out. Like, yeah, okay. Like, it's very tiny. It's almost imperceptible, but it's like this minuscule difference. Just pretend in your head like you know something they don't. And this takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of inner confidence, but I swear it works. It's something about pretending like you know something that they don't, that the other person picks up on, that creates intrigue and mystery. And a part of them will be asking, like, what's got this person so self-assured and so confident? What do they know that I don't? You know, we're suckers for intrigue, us humans. So go out there and use this one. This one you can use this as even in casual conversation. Like, it's kind of a power move. You're just like, sure. Like, go out there and do your thing. You know what to do.
This is how you flirt with literally anyone, respectfully. Keyword, respectfully. And it is a foolproof method. That does not mean it's going to work 100% of the time. This is just how you can do it respectfully, okay? Number one thing, wherever you are, you look at the person, and if they're looking back at you, You go, all right, maybe that was a coincidence. So you do it a second time. You look at them again. And if they look back at you, you're like, all right, that's probably also a coincidence. Third time. And now if they're looking back after you've like made eye contact, moved eye contact several times, you're like, okay, now I can approach the person because obviously they've looked at me. They haven't like completely been grossed out or creeped out. They haven't walked away. So they're there. You go up to them. A compliment, not on just the way they look. Something about them, okay? The piece they're wearing, their hairdo, their nails, something. I'm assuming you're talking to a woman. If you're talking to a guy, you literally say anything. You compliment anything. You're in there like swimwear. It's so easy. You go up, you say the compliment, and then you have to have common sense for this part, all right? You ask yourself, are they vibing back? Do they smile? And do they say, oh, blah, 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 compliment you back? Because if they don't, they say, oh, thanks, and they look kind of weird. Just be like, all right, listen, have a great night. Thank you. So nice meeting you. That's it. Just bail out, okay? If they do not take the compliment well, use common sense. If they do take the compliment well and the conversation keeps going, then just keep it going. Keep flirting, all right? That's it. You're in there like swimwear, like I said 2 times already. But be respectful.
If you're actually trying to flirt with someone, you never give them a compliment. I'm going to show y'all the 3 best ways to flirt. This is guaranteed riz, bro. Number 1, I call it ball movement. Now, you never know what your defender's going to hit you with. If you always come through with lines in your head, some of them won't work. Sometimes you just have to improv. And that's not by giving them compliments. Let's say she's holding a drink in her hand. What you drinking on? What's that, Henny? Something different like that. Let's say she's in the mall. She's carrying bags. Y'all look like you about to buy the store. I like it, though. What's your name? Sometimes it is not always with the corny line. But you got to improv. Acting like you already know the people. Second way to flirt is the triangle. The triangle gaze. When you're talking to a woman, she's talking to you. You're looking at 3 spots. The mouth and the eyes. Nowhere else. You start looking here, looking down and everything, she won't really think you know what I'm saying, you want her bad. You never want somebody to think that. You never want somebody to think you're that easy. Only focus on here. Don't be looking off everywhere. Focus on her. Be in the moment, man. Don't be on your phone. Don't be a kid who like pretends he's dribbling the ball. Stay still, bro, and focus. Number 3, straight to the point. Hey, my name is, oh, what's your name? Always wait for the what's your name. I like that you're curious. Really not trying to take your time, but I do want to get your IG. And that's it. That's really all you need, bro. Nothing crazy. You get your name across. You plan a date. Plan a date right then and there if you want to. Cookies and ice cream. Be smooth.
Ladies, the only flirting tactic you need to remember is PES. That's the acronym. Proximity, eye contact, smile. You don't need to worry about starting a conversation, being flirty, hee, ha, ha. You don't got to worry about all that burden, girl. It's very simple. Get in his proximity. I'm talking about the kind of guy you want. Duh. Get in his proximity naturally. You do it naturally anyway. Why would you not? Make eye contact, the most basic human behavior interest shown to man. Eye contact, make that eye. Just lock it. Just accept the eye contact. You don't even have to You're not risking anything, girl. Eye contact, and then smile. It's a nice little smile. The smile is the invitation. The eye contact, interest, smile, invitation. That's it. PES. Proximity, eye contact, smile. Don't have to worry about, oh, well, what do I gotta say? What do I gotta do? Let him free flow that thing. Don't have to put all your don't even do all the rest. Forget about that. Step to the side, proximity, eye contact, smile. PES. Let me get in his area. Let me make eye contact. Let me smile. Simple as Pringle, girl. Let's get it.
This was my move. You don't have to say anything flirty. You can literally just be like, excuse me. And like, just make your way by.
Oh, fuck.
But
Oh my god, dude. That's it for me. You got me looking at you for the rest of the fucking night. Are
Excuse
you
me,
joking?
hand on lower back. I'm just going to scoot by your leg. And then eye contact, hold for a second longer than you probably should have, and then just keep moving. And then just check in with your eyes across the room for the rest of the night. You know immediately, 1, she knows of you. She knows you exist. And 2, you then get to check the temperature the rest of the night. And if she's looking back at you, then you know it's a go.
Oh my god, great.
That's the move.
If you guys are listening, any men out there, do that in your